As a man, as you walk around, you are a source of many things as an individual. And more so, a life like you through children. Then a nourisher, that means you nourish whatever you sire. That is the responsibility of a man. You take care of it, you teach, then you sustain its life by all manner of ways. Then you support them. You are the founder of a family somewhere. You know, it's very easy for a man to form a kingdom on his own. He just needs to go in a way. Like, I'm sure most of us were not born in Nairobi. They were born somewhere. And then you moved somewhere on your own. And then when you are going home, you always don't go alone. You go with a group of people. They are all called by your name. You have founded something, a family, a protector, an author. That is the legitimate source of the family is that father. Then the ancestor or the ancestry, when we go back before us. So fatherhood originates from every man. And every man is endowed with a pipe. You know what we are talking about? And then, what I'm talking about is a manhood of every man. Is what I'm calling the pipe. And then, every man is also endowed with something they can never have. So they have a natural tendency to have envy towards having it, which we in psychology call the vagina envy. Every man has a vagina envy, which they carry throughout their life, from when they are born to when they die. And it is represented in a manner of ways for men in how they behave, things they possess, and what they do. Can we prove this? Whether we have vagina envy? Men, can we prove? Naona mtu ananiangalia hivi. Ajui tunaelekea wapi. For instance, do we have a man here who is wearing clothes without pockets? The natural tendency of every man to wear clothes with so many pockets is an exhibition of that natural envy to have what they naturally don't have. Unapata, you have so many, you have one jacket, but how many pockets does it have? Six. Okay. How many do you use? One. Or you never use. So sometimes you walk around, you go buying clothes, but what you are looking for is actually, you are looking for a polo shirt. But you choose. You realize this one is very nice, but it's lacking what? A pocket. Principles of fatherhood, we have several. These have been put forward by Miles Monroe. That male is the source of the seed, and women are incubators of the sperm. And you give them a sperm, they give you what? A child. If you give them quarrel, what do you get? She will incubate it, and what you will get as a man, you will regret. So if you don't want what you are getting from the woman, you need to check what you are giving. Because what you are getting is what you have given, shaken down, put together, and given back to you, and served very well. So that is the concept. We are the source of that seed, and we need to take care of it. So male is the nourisher of the fruit and sustainer of the same. Male is the source of the female, like has been alluded here. Even from creation, if you talk about the Bible, the female comes from the male. So male is designed to protect his seed. Wherever you saw the seed, you need to protect it. And now a question will be raised about, how about the one you saw and you didn't know whether it germinated? And it germinated and it's growing somewhere. Is it still yours? Is it still yours? It's still yours. So, male determines the type of the offspring and influences of that, or of the quality of that seed. So we determine the quality of children we bring up. Then the male maintains their offspring, and then they teach that seed how to grow. Then your family is your standard. The way you treat your wife, your children, is the standard upon which every man needs to be measured against. As you walk around with your family, people will look at you and say, that is so and so and his family. Although in some cultures, you find that it is not so often where men go out with their family. Unaamka tu unaenda kivyako au anakuja baadaye. Or even if you have gone to either probably church, umefika kila mtu anatoka na anaenda saa yake. Still our culture, and we cherish it. Then, behind every successful man is a woman. Behind that woman are the man's children. So if anything happens to the man, the woman is endangered, and the children behind are what? Are in trouble. So it's good when men support men, because behind them is a whole clan. And if that man is injured, and mostly men, we spend much time at work. If a colleague is injured or something happens, they are about probably to be fired because of something. If there is a way you can save that man, do it. Because akiteguka kidogo, anaangukia mama anaangukia watoto na hiyo jamii inaweza isha. So if there is anything you can do to save someone at work, saidia. If you know you are the one closer to the person who is going to that panel, talk to them at night before the following day. Mwambie wewe ni aje. There is this thing that coming to you tomorrow at the table. Please. Hii mambo ilifanyika, lakini let's find a way to save each other. We can categorize the phases we go through as men and in marriage and having children in 3. Number 1 is between 1 year and 25 years. And what's happening in this period? You're having children, you're taking care of them, and most of the time your authority, the power in that household rests with the man. Huyo mwanaume hapo ndiye kusema. Even if the wife earns something, everything is attributed to the man at that time. So how we treat the children at this age, how we treat their mother at this age, also determines how they will be treating us. If you are good and you're doing your work, you're ensuring the peace at that household, then that will come back to you later as an individual. So the phase 1, and power indisputably rests with the father. Total dominance of the father. He is the lion of the tribe of his house. The boss. The father rules with the iron fist. He backs orders, determines what does or what does not happen. The father applies corporal punishment on children. They grow to fear him more than they love him, depending on how. It can be punishment or it can be correction. Correction is where, yes, you can cane the child and then follow up with an explanation. This is the mistake that is being corrected. It's not just being beaten around. The father is the provider of the family, and everyone is aware of the fact that with all attendant and other consequences of that. Then we go to phase 2. 25 to 50 years of marriage. At this stage, the children are at least 20 and above. They are growing, they are moving out of the house, they are going to school. And at this age, if probably assuming you marry at 25, and then the first phase is 25 to 50. And then you are between around 70 years or 75 or 60. You have just retired there. This is the second stage. So children have finished school and have started working, and power now in this stage shifts to the mother. You may not order her around more. She has known you so well that hata ukikoa huko nje anajua mood yako hiyo siku. So she knows how to treat you when you walk in. Akisikia simba ameguruma anajua leo ni kunyenyekea ama ni kwenda hivi at this stage. She has known you so well. So when the children start earning their money for some reason, it's their mother they decide to look after. They are closer to her from childhood. And if in the first phase you are a tyranny in your home, the children and their mother, they look at themselves as victims of your presence. So whenever you are out, they are happy. When you are in, everyone is quiet, silent, and it's like they are not there. So while the father was in charge, he was busy with the business of providing. He didn't have much time to be friends with the children. They spent more time with their mother. With their mom, invariably grow closer to her. They also see their mom as co-victims of the father's tyranny. Should any of the daughters give birth, she is the one who goes babysitting. And I don't know whether this has happened to you. Hello, men. Hello. When you got a child at your household here in Nairobi, who came visiting? Nani mama alikuja? Most of us. Anakuja after even mother-in-law from the other side. That means when the mothers are coming to town, where are the fathers? Taking care of the animals. Do fathers ever leave the village? Do our fathers here as men ever leave the village?
Unless they are sick.
Unless they are sick. Coming for treatment in town. And that's also a pointer to us as men, as we take care of ourselves, our mothers. We also look at after our own fathers. Siku nyingine unamchukua, unamtembeza wakati kuna show Nairobi. As they grow older, they also become like children. Anakitembea aone ng'ombe, whatever they see around, they feel different and they see different things. So at this stage, the father is wishing for some bond with the children, they have with the mother, but that bond are sealed off. Building the relationship with the children when they are already older is harder than when they are young. When they are young, the bond can easily be created than when they are already big. Then we go to the third phase. The power has shifted to the children. Here, it's at between 75 and above years of age. So most of the time, the children have now started working, they're having their own children, and they are the ones who have the say around most of the time. So they are self-sufficient, they live on their own and have own families. More often than not, whenever there is a quarrel between father and mother, the children will side with who? The mother. And it goes down from what he said. Depending on how you brought them, the children will know if you were the bad person or the mother was the bad person. They will know at this stage because they are mature people. They can see through lies, they can discern things, and they will be able to treat people based on what's happening or what happened. Children have been known to come to the house to warn their father not to disturb their mother. The next thing, it will be extended visitations. Your mother decides to come to town and they say anakuja anakaa town for a month. At that time, what's happening to mzee nyumbani? Who is cooking for him? And sometimes as men, I don't know whether this is true, but sometimes I sat with men. And one thing that came clear is that wanaume wengi hawashibi nyumbani kwao. Wanaume wengi hawashibi nyumbani kwao. He's asking chakula gani? I'm talking of the food, their stomach. Hata hiyo, because most of the time, as a man, you are not the focus in your own home. If you have children, the focus is first watoto wasome, wakule, waende walale. I would want to talk about 3 things. 3 C's of fatherhood or men. 3 C's. Number 1 is about concern. Show concern in your home. Show concern to whatever is happening, whoever is saying, whatever they are saying in your household. If you love them, tell them or show it. We have different languages of love, and whatever applies to you, apply it. Second is courage. And this is courage to discipline. The courage to discipline your children. Even when the person disciplining, it doesn't feel good. When a father is beating a child and correcting, at that moment it doesn't feel good for the father. But sometimes you have to do it. So I hope we have the courage to offer correction when it is needed. And also secondly, have the courage to release our children when the time comes for them to release them to go to the world and go and explore. And lastly, the other C is compassion. Show compassion to someone. Help someone along the way who is having issues in their household. Help them. Either they are sick, whatever they are doing, help them move on. Is distraction from their stressor. Probably you are seated somewhere, you are stressing about something, someone takes you around, you see what's happening, then you think of something, of a solution. So I would request we respond to that chant. Fired up.
Ready to go.
Fired up.
Ready to go.
Can we stand and do it? Fired up.
Ready to go.
Haya, shika mkono ya mtu and let's go. Fired up.
Ready to go.
Fired up.
Ready to go.
Who is fired up?
Man.
Men, are we fired up?
Yes.
Are we fired